Hey everyone, it's Adam here coming at you. Today we are up in the Catskill Park of New York. We are at the Woodland Campground trailhead parking, and one thing I didn't notice when I was looking this place up is there's a $6 fee to park here at the trailhead. So, yeah, not a big deal, but luckily I carried some cash on me today. Typically I don't carry cash. So, with that said, we are going to go up, I think it's the Red Trail. I have to look at the map exactly. And we are going to head up to Terrace Mountain. There's a shelter up there. It's late in the afternoon. It's probably somewhere around 4:30 or so. But yeah, so we're going to head up there and probably tomorrow explore around Cornell and Wittenberg and head back down, so that way I could be home at a decent hour tomorrow. Just a quick overnight tonight, and this is a trail I've always wanted to do. So once again, we are going to do it, you know. Alright, like I said, we're just leaving the trailhead. My car's parked right over there, and we're going to head up the mountain and get back in a bit. Alright, we're headed up to the footbridge here right off of the trailhead parking, and one thing I need to let you guys know is that it's an extremely windy day. I don't know if you can, yeah, you can probably hear that. I almost didn't come because of the wind. They were calling for 35-mile-an-hour gusts today. But I was like, you know what? I want to go. Alright, we're at the footbridge here at the beginning of the Red Trail. And already, look at this. It's a nice area. Beautiful water flowing down the creek, and it looks like we're getting steep right off the bat. Terrace Mountain lean-to, 3.5 miles. That's where I'm headed to. Well, it depends on what time I get up there. I may keep going and explore if it's early, and then go back and find camp after that, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, the trail heads that way. Look at that rock garden. I gotta climb that. We're not far at all into the trail, maybe 2/10 of a mile, if that. And I'm using my hiking poles today. I know the past couple trips I haven't brought them. But with the elevation gain and drop that we'll be doing with this trip, let's see if I can turn the camera around here. A little crevice. Yeah. It's fun. I'm taking it slow. I'm in no hurry. I am in no hurry whatsoever. If I have to stop and do a stealth camp, that's what I'll do. But it's definitely fun. Like I said, oh, sorry, hold on. Gotta switch arms here. Like I said, I was concerned about the wind, and it is windy, but like right now I'm on the leeward side of the mountain, so it's really not bad. But you could hear it howling up above me. And I asked the girl at the office, I said, what are the conditions like up on the mountain? I said, are they still windy? She said, oh yeah. She said, it's windy and it's going to be cold tonight. I am really glad I grabbed my extra fleece right before I left the house. So that way I can have an extra layer. I got my 40-degree quilts with me, and yeah, I don't even know what my pack weighs. I think it's under 20 pounds. I'm gonna say it's around 18 or 19 pounds. I got 2 liters of water with me, and should be good. Let's take a look at the dryer right up in front of me. Yeah. Brought the stick pick with me. Well, actually, I've always had it with me. I just haven't been using my trucking bowls lately, so I couldn't use it. But with that said, you know, I just stopped for a quick water break, and I'm about just over half a mile into the trail, like 8/10 is what the GPS said. But I was walking around the parking lot for a few minutes, so it probably recorded that. But talking about water stops, one thing I hate about this pack, which is the Granite Gear Crown 2, I forget, V60 Crown 2 I think it is. One thing I hate about it is that I cannot reach the water bottles. I have to physically stop, take the pack off, get a drink, put them back in the side, and continue on my way. Now there is a sleeve in the back for a bladder, but trails like this I don't like to use a bladder too much. But in retrospect, it's actually a good thing that you have to take the pack off, because what that does is it forces you to stop and take a 2, 3, 4, 5 minute break, you know, on a steep climb or something like that. Yeah, it's kind of a pain in the ass, but once you have your backpack set, it's 2 seconds to slip it off and slip it back on. It's really not a big deal. So, yeah, with that said, like I said, I just stopped and I don't even know what time it is right now. It's probably close to 5 o'clock. You guys are probably getting blasted with the wind right now. So, alright, that's enough of me blabbing. We'll get you back in a little bit. Now, one thing I did for this trip is I got rid of that godforsaken, stupid Life Straw water filter I bought in the winter time. Man, can't stand that thing. It was horrible. So I went and I bought another mini. And yes, I still have my mini, my Sawyer mini that I had from however long ago, but it's old, and so is my squeeze. And for the price of these filters at $20, I'd rather just buy a new one once a year and not have to worry about something wrong with it. Now I'm gonna fill up my water bottles. Well, my water bottle. I just drank the rest of it, and I'm gonna camel up because we have quite a ways until we get back to water. Neat little waterfall. It's funny, I got water down back on the trail there, and so far I have crossed, I don't know, 5 or 6 streams already. So I really didn't need it, but this must be just a runoff from all the rain we've had lately. Pretty neat, pretty neat. Alright, let's keep going. Well, everyone, it's really windy up here on top of the mountain, but I'm going to try to block the wind as much as I can with my hat. What I decided to do was not go to Terrace Mountain, and I'm heading over to Cornell. Woohoo! Cornell and Wittenberg, or Wittenberg first and then Cornell. And I'm going to try to hit the primitive sites that are down off of Cornell. It's going to be like 3 miles. So it's about 6:30. So that gives me 2 hours of good light to get there. So hopefully I could do it. But I'm going to kind of motor through, and I can take my time coming back tomorrow. So, alright. With that said, sorry about the wind, and we'll get back to you tomorrow, or later, whatever. Maybe tomorrow, depends on how bad it is, alright? We'll see ya. Holy crap. We gotta climb that. Woo! It's gonna be fun. The camera probably doesn't do justice, but that's long and steep. Alright, let's get to it. As you get higher in the Catskills, the wind's horrible, I know. As you get higher, the air gets crisper, and it just has this awesome smell to it, and something I always look forward to. The first time I experienced it was like weird, but now it's like, oh, that's how you know you're up here. This is awesome. Awfully swampy. I don't know how much farther we have to go to get to the top of Wittenberg, but we'll see. There's a little rock style garden there. Alright. Geez, that side of the mountain is bad. This side, kind of on the leeward side of the mountain, where it's not too horrible. So, alright. Gotta climb some more rocks. Well, guys, we made it. We're at the top of Wittenberg right now. Woo-wee. I'm gonna stop and get a bite to eat real quick because I'm starving, and my ears are popping. And then gonna continue on to Cornell and then to the primitive sites. I'm gonna pull my headlamp out probably because it's gonna be end of the night hiking. So, all right. Good morning, everybody. It is the day after. I did not take any video after that last shot because I needed to make some miles. So I threw everything in my pack and I just kind of hoofed it all the way into camp here. I didn't get here until after 9 o'clock. It was pitch black by the time I got here. I set up in the dark, and as you can see, I got a horrible hang. Look at the sag of my hammock, but I was tired. I was beat, so I dealt with it. Last night wasn't bad. I slept pretty good. The only problem was that every time the wind would gust, it would take the heat out of my underquilt, and that was the only real issue that I had. And because of the sag in my tarp right there behind me, it was flapping all night long, so that would wake me up every now and then. But other than that, I did sleep. I turned in to bed about 10 o'clock, and it's 6 o'clock now. Well, I woke up at 6. I've been laying in there for the past half an hour. So, alright, let's head over, get the bear bag, and start packing up and get out of here. One thing when you're doing stuff in the dark, you don't realize how close you are to things. Here's the trail right here. There's my bag. Oh, hey, that's funny. Get a stick here. There's some people camped out right down. Alright. Now, as you guys know, I was sporting last night the Hammock Gear Phoenix 3/4 length 40-degree underquilt. And I had the 40-degree top quilt too. I already put that away. And underneath, I have the infamous Hemlock Mountain Outdoors rain skirt that was built specially for me by Kurt Zitzelman. And it doubles as a ground sheet. And one thing I like to do with this is I don't stake it out per se. What I do is I find little sticks, and I'll put little sticks on the corners and put them in the ground. Simply because if I was to stake it out with stakes, if I was to wake up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, it would be nice stepping on a stake, the head of a stake. That way if you step on a stick, it just breaks and it's nothing. But pretty simple setup, and it doubles as a rain skirt. and a ground sheet, and that was what I wanted, and he came through with flying colors. Now this right down here, this is just my sweat towel that I always carry with me. So that's the basic setup. Like I said, I'm a little narrow, but as you can see, the trees here are either close together or not able to support, and there's a few widowmakers real close by, so that's what I was watching too. But this is the campsite. Pretty nice, and it is a legal campsite. It's got the designation on the tree there. So we are in between Slide and Cornell Mountain right now at the primitive sites. You know, I debated on going up to the summiting Slide Mountain today. It's like another 1.5 miles, but I think I'd rather go and summit Terrace Mountain. I've been to the top of Slide Mountain, and you know, there's no real views up there. It's the top, it's just a little bit of a bald, and you really can't see anything. So I'd rather backtrack the way I came and then go up to the top of Terrace Mountain, which has some nice viewpoints, and there's a shelter up there. And that would be like a 0.9 mile out and back from the top of the trail. So that's my plans, and that's what I'm sticking to. Alright, let me get packed up here, and we'll hit the trail shortly. This is what the trail's looking like. Coming down this side of Cornell, it was really muddy, really wet. And actually, a ways up here, there's a place where they built like a wooden boardwalk because of how wet it was. I'm gonna try to take some more video today. It was getting late last night. I needed to make it to camp, and also it was extremely windy. It's still windy today, but I don't think it's as windy as it was. So looks like somebody already came through here. But all right, let's continue on our way. And oh, let me tell you real quick about the they call it the Cornell Crack. It is essentially a cliff that you have to scale, and it is pretty big. I kind of got in the middle of it and got stuck. I couldn't get up, I couldn't get down, so I ended up having to unstrap my pack off me, hold it up over the top of my head, throw it up onto the cliff above me, and then get up that way. It's going to be quite interesting going down. So it was a chore getting up, even better going down. Alright guys, we'll catch you in a bit. Alright, here's the 3,500 foot elevation mark going up to Cornell Mountain. These trails are awesome. I love it up here. You know, after hiking up here in the Catskills, you look back on like the Pinchot Trail or Thunder Swamp. Those trails are garbage compared to out here. Great beginner trails for getting out, you know, or for a quick overnight, but man, you want some views, want some sights, and a little bit of work, you have to come out here. It took me about 2.5 hours to get to the trailhead from my house, which isn't bad at all. And starting, it's 7 o'clock in the morning about right now, so starting at 7 instead of you know, 4:45, 5 o'clock at night. I could take my time a little bit more. So alright, I'll bring it back when there's something cool. Alright, here's that little boardwalk I was telling you about. You know, it makes me wonder, how do they get these things up here? Did people put them on their back and hoof them up? Or were they possibly dropped by a helicopter? I don't know. I'm glad they have it, because it's going to keep me from getting soaked first thing in the morning. And there you have it. That's the end of it. No Ferris wheels at this boardwalk. And carnival games. Roller coasters, water. Well, I guess you could say a water park. Alright. Just heading along here. Today's a little special day for me to be hiking. Today's my birthday. I am 35, I think. Yeah, 35. So, what better way to celebrate your birthday than to be out on the trail in the Catskills? Couldn't ask for anything. Well, I could, but you know. This is awesome though. Too bad Kathy had to work this weekend. But we're planning on, she's working today, but when she gets out, spend the night and do all that kind of stuff. And then tomorrow, thinking about going fishing. We'll see how it goes. Oh, man. Yep. Now this is one of the challenges climbing this mountain. Come up here and let's look at this rock. As you can tell, well, you might not be able to tell, it's over my head. So how do you get up there? Looks like I'm gonna have to take my pack off, squeeze in between these two rocks, and then just kind of chimney my way up there to get on top. It was interesting getting down last night. So, alright, let's do this. And there you go, I'm on top. I did it exactly the way I said. I took my pack off, threw it up on top, and then chimneyed up between these two rocks here. Now we have to just climb up over this thing. This monstrosity of a frickin' rock. Alright guys, I was taking so many pictures I forgot to shoot some video. We're on top of Cornell, that's Slide Mountain right there. Up there, I don't know if you can see, that's Table Mountain and Peekamoose. And I believe that's Giant Ledge, straight across from us. Right there. Awesome, awesome views. Okay everyone, we are standing on top of the Cornell Crack. The camera probably doesn't do justice, but when I came up it last night, I had to come up and stand on, let's see here, that rock right there. I had to throw my pack up onto this ledge and then chimney up this. So it's going to be interesting going down. I'm going to put all my stuff away and pretty much do the opposite of what I did yesterday to get down it. Hopefully I don't die. Does this give you any perspective? I doubt it, but you could see. Alright. One thing I did different on this trip that deviates from my norm is I've gone completely stoveless. I went back on the keto diet, so backpacking meals and all that is out of the question right now because how many carbs they have. So I have a whole lot of tuna packets, Spam, and the chicken creations or whatever. And also what I did was, I'm just, sorry I'm not looking at the camera, I'm looking down at this on how to negotiate, not negotiate, navigate this. Let's see here. Let's get down here. Alright, good. Alright, so what I have is a lot of tuna packets, tuna sensations or whatever they call them. I have a couple of those. Spam, which I hate, but it feeds me. And the chicken creations too, like the buffalo chicken style. That's all good stuff. I like it. And what I also did with the tuna, I just have the bigger pack of the chunk tuna in water, is I went to Sam's Club. Sorry, I'm not looking at the camera, I'm looking down at my feet here. I went to Sam's Club and I bought a big box of mayo packets. And it was cheap. For 200 packets was like $10 or something like that, which probably equates to half a jar of mayonnaise, but you know. Either way, that way I have mayonnaise out here and I have lots of pepper too, so I can make, you know, tuna salad per se. I don't have wraps or anything like that. I just eat it plain, which that's good enough for me. I'm not hard to, I'm not a picky eater when it comes to that kind of stuff. So I'm hoping once I get up on the Wittenberg ledge that that's when I'm gonna stop there and have breakfast, I guess you could say. So I don't think we have too much farther. I negotiated that Cornell Crack. That was epic. Somebody had donated a sweatshirt tied to a tree that hung down over the edge. So I feel bad for that person. They were probably stuck and had nothing to do, you know, had no way to, couldn't figure out how to navigate it. So they had a sweatshirt tied to the tree and they used that as a rope, which I give them credit. I give them credit for that. So you have to make do with what you got in each individual situation. So, man, isn't this awesome though? I mean, look at this trail. I freaking love this. No better way to spend a picnic, spend a birthday. I say that because tonight we're going to a local fireman's picnic, so that's kind of on my mind. Hopefully they have some good sausage and peppers and stuff like that. Obviously without the bread. Actually, I can't even eat the peppers and onions either. Dang, that sucks. But we'll see how it goes. This is great. I'm loving this. You know, I'm taking all this video. I haven't even edited the video for my Pinchot Trail a couple weeks ago, where I saw the bear. But, that's okay. This is the summit of Wittenberg. We're getting to the bottom of Wittenberg here, and one thing I gotta say is I am glad that I pushed through last night, even though I had to hike a little bit in the dark and set camp up in the dark. Man, it was just, you know, spectacular seeing the morning views and stuff like that. I would have been running a lot later than I have today if I had stayed down at the Terrace Mountain Shelter. Now, I'm debating, hold on, let me switch hands. Oh, God, sorry. I'm debating if I'm going to go up to Terrace Mountain now. My knees are really killing me from, just all the rocks and the rock scrambles and stuff like that. And I don't want to go ahead and hurt myself. I don't know what kind of trail it is up to there, so we could always save it for another time. But as you guys know, I don't decide things until the last second, so maybe we will, maybe we won't. But right now it's looking like I'm going to just head down to the car and head home. I want to get home. I want to go see my girls. I miss them. That's the dogs I'm talking about. And Herman, the lizard. He's funny. But seeing quite a few people going up. There's a guy that's right in front of me. He's from New York City. He stayed at the campsite right down from me last night. I didn't realize it. And we've been kind of passing each other here and there on the trail. So, but with that said, let's keep going, make some miles. We'll get back to you in a bit. Hi everyone, back at the car now, finally. It is just about 12:30, and I'm gonna finish up this trip. Did a total trip of 12.4 miles. I did 6.3 miles today, according to the GPS, but you know how accurate those things are. But with that said, my knees are screaming from the rock scrambling and the downhill. So I was gonna try to do more, but I was like, you know what, I don't want to hurt myself. So with that said, thanks for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe. It's always free to subscribe, and you get to see my pretty face. So, alright guys, we'll talk to you later. Thanks, bye.